Guys, it's Troy Fair, Thomas's cousin. He asked me to make a video on our laser weeder that we just got out here in Colorado, which is also an organic operation. But truly, I think he just wanted you guys to see how much harder we work out here in Colorado. But I was going to show you the mountains, but a little bit cloudy today, so. Just getting over here to the laser weeder, but I thought I'd show you guys the corn here. Just about 2 inches tall, just came up, and that's when we like to, that's when we're starting to try the laser weeding. Just because if the corn's small, then the weeds are small, and that's when the laser weeder works the best, is when the weeds are small. And it can just burn them right down to the root. So we'll walk over here and I'll kind of give you a rundown on what the laser weeder is and what it's doing. So if you look right here on the front, there's a big generator that the PTO is running. Then this big power cord is coming out of the generator and it goes under the tractor back up onto here. And so that generator is what's giving the laser weeder all its power. And we're kind of missing it right there under the power cord is the on-off switch for the laser weeder. So first thing you do in the morning is you start it up, turn on that PTO, idle it all the way up, and we have it set at 1940 for RPMs. Because that's the amount of power that the laser weeder needs, or that the generator needs to keep the laser weeder going. Then you push that green button and that starts the laser weeder, gets it armed, and then you just gotta, you'll have to do some stuff on the iPad, so I'll show you that in a second. But while we're out here, just do a quick walk behind, and you can see it's zapping right in the rows of corn, which is what we want. And if we look down here, you should be able to see some of the black marks of where it shot the weeds in the corn here. It's a little bit harder to see the black marks with the sun right now, but oh yeah. So we'll walk up and we'll hop up in here, and I'll kind of give you a rundown on what we're doing. So as you can see on this screen, we got our crop right here, corn, and we can go through and we can change that. And after you hit that power switch right down there that I showed you, this will arm up, and then you got to turn on your rows. There's 3 rows, so it's 1, 2, and 3. And then you got your efficiency, which is just how well it's killing the weeds. Like if there's a lot of weeds and you're going too fast, then your efficiency will go down because you're not killing as many weeds as you could. And then you got, it just shows your implement, and then your internet. It's gonna have internet to run the app for the iPad. And then how many acres you've done today, how many hours you've worked today, and how many weeds you've killed just today. But in all, killed 4.2 million weeds. And we've worked 47 hours. That's pretty good. And then if we click here, this is our banding. You can see all those blue dots are our crop, and all the red dots, all the red squares are weeds that it's killing. And so you can center it to just kill at the base of the crop, or fully spread out if you want to kill the entire space under the weeder, or if you want to just kill right up next to the crop, or like in between the crops. So there's a few different things you can do there. But if we go here to home and live feed, then these right here are predict cameras, so that's what reads the ground and sees the weeds. And then these right here are our laser cameras, and this is just, it shows where the laser is zapping, and it's moving so fast. If you look closely, you can kind of see every once in a while it hitting or it burning a weed. See, like right there, it burned one. So that's the main gist of in here in the cab. We got our GPS on the screen, and just going in between the rows. Okay, so we just hopped back out of the cab, and I know I kind of showed you this already, but here's our generator, and it's running the power for everything. And then we'll come back here to the laser weeder, and you can, there's a light flashing, which gets kind of annoying, but so pretty much I showed you in the cab, but those black things right there, those are our predict cameras, and then those are our lights that flash super fast, just so that the cameras can see everything. And then at the very back, right up in there, there is cameras and tubes where the lasers come down, and they shoot the lasers down. And as I said, right now we have it right on the crop, and you can see it just zapping right by the corn there, right along the row. And you can see the smoke rolling off and the flames every once in a while. But yeah, it's a big machine. It's 3-point, 20 foot. Right now we're looking at expanding it to 40 foot, or putting 2 of these machines together and putting them on a kind of like a planter bar that swivels, just for going down the road and stuff. But then once you're in the field, it's double as wide. But yeah, pretty much there's, right behind that panel right there, there's 3 computers, 1 for each row, so 1, 2, 3. And they just record everything. So when you're first starting to crop, this will be the first corn crop that a laser weeder has ever been in, to my knowledge anyways. But when you're starting to crop, you got to drive through a field of corn that's about the same height that you want to be, and you got to take pictures of the corn, and then you send it in to their technicians that will make a crop for that. What is the pictures that you took, technically, I guess it's kind of hard to explain, but yeah, they'll take the pictures, or you'll take the pictures and send it into their technicians, and they'll say, well, this is the crop of corn, and send it back to the computer. After they send that back to the computer, or I guess the iPad and the computers in the laser weeder, then it can recognize what's corn and what's weeds. And then pretty much it just uses its computer and AI to keep bringing, or I guess as memory is what you'd call it, to what the corn crop is and how it's evolving, and it keeps taking pictures as it goes through the field, as the corn's getting bigger. So we're just going to keep layering a corn crop. And for many other crops, there's laser weeders in California and all sorts of different places where they're doing different crops, and so they're just building layers for crops on what they look like at the very beginning till they're germed all the way, I mean, as tall as you can run this thing is their hope. And it will just keep learning and learning and learning. That way it's just getting better and better and better, and you're shooting more and more weeds as you're going through the field. And on one thing I forgot to show you in there is we're going about, the fastest we've gone so far is about 1.3 miles an hour. And we have done, I think, around 40 acres in this particular cornfield. We've done some wheat, and we took some pictures in a different cornfield. But, oh, and you can see right here, this is, you can see real good. All the black from where it's just shooting those weeds, and you can see all the leaves coming off. And I mean, it's just disintegrating. Oh, it's a little warm, but it's just, I mean, there's no root of the weed anymore. And yeah, so that's just the gist of it. If you guys have any questions, obviously comment them, ask them, and Thomas can answer them. And this will be coming out to Iowa hopefully soon, and we can make more videos on it. But this is just the main video explaining what it is and what it's doing. So I hope you guys enjoyed.